Okay, so thank you very much, all of you, for coming this evening. Thank you, the audience in the YouTube. We will have a small video now. So thank you. This is a video to show you the Japan house. This is the third space outside Japan that shows modern Japanese culture. And I would like to thank Japan House staff for giving us this opportunity to have these researchers here with us. I would also like to thank the C4AI initiative. C4AI is a project, a joint project with IBM, USP, and FAPESP. FAPESP is the main source of funding in São Paulo. I also would like to thank Nina. Nina could not be here today because she had a small accident. So she is in the hospital now. And so I also would like to thank Professor Hirata, Professor Fukuda, and Professor Zaven for being Zaven for being here. Professor Fukuda, if I tell you everything that these guys do, I will be here for too long. But Professor Fukuda is an emeritus professor of the Nagoya University. He was the president of the IEEE, and so this tells everything about him. And he is now professor at Nagoya University. Professor Hirata is also a professor in Tohoku University. He is with the Department of Engineering and Robotics. And Professor Zaven is an artist and also a scientist. So this is very unusual today, but we have the pleasure and the honor to host you guys here. So I don't know if we can start with a question, or if you prefer showing some of your work.
That's up to you.
So please, maybe you can show us a little about the work of for instance, the moonshot work project.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
They have my slide.
Okay, it's already here.
Yes, already.
And maybe you should.
Yeah. Okay. Bom dia. Okay, so that's all in the word I know. Obrigado. Okay, anyway, thank you very much for inviting me here to the University of São Paulo. That's a very good university. I know From the entrance to here, it took more than 50 minutes, okay, by car. So mean the big, no way to walk, okay, I guess. So anyway, thank you very much. So I just talk about the moonshot program. Moonshot program is something like that kind of a game-changing, such a kind of research or kind of development program, okay? How to change a kind of word, okay, in robotics. That's important to do so. So we make a kind of moonshot. Moonshot is going to say John F. Kennedy, like in the 1960s, he said, go to the moon. But he didn't know how to go. But anyway, let's go. At the end of 1960. Actually, they did it in 1969. Apollo landed on the moon, okay? That's a good thing, okay? So that moonshot program is the same like in Japanese government made such a program back to 4 years ago, 2020, okay? So they put up such a kind of a plan, created such a program, such a very, very innovative, very, very kind of challenging program, like kind of John F. Kennedy said, let's go to the moon. So mine is, okay, let's go to make such a program, a robot program, new program, which change the world, okay? Such a game change. That's a kind of word, okay? So that's a thing. So I like this one. So that's here, as I said here, you can see, attract people, promote those things. And the moonshot program, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 projects, okay? 9 program. Mine is just one of them, goal 3. Goal 3, okay, here. Ooh, something like, yeah. Goal 3, number 3, okay? Wow, something like that. That's my program. There are many programs, okay? The Japanese government put a lot of money for those things, more than 20 billion US dollar for those things for 5 years, okay? So that's a thing here. So goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, goal 4, goal 5, goal 6, goal 7, goal 8, goal 10. Maybe here, somebody here AI, like here can Fabio something here AI. Maybe he interested in such a kind of thing, like say goal 6, like for tolerant universal quantum computing. Okay, that's something like that. There are many of those things. Okay, so you can see, you can join many kind of things. Oh, I'd like to be happy. So you go to goal 9. Okay. You make a samba, okay? Enjoy samba, okay? You can feel happy that you got goal 9. That's a kind of program, how you feel like that. So anyway, the project itself is something like that here. Okay, make such a moonshot program project A, B, C, D. So there's a mountains, okay? The Fuji mountain like that, okay? There's a mountain. There are many ways to climb up top of the mountain, okay? So this way, or this way, or this way, okay? In such a many ways. So anyway, the important is to go to the goal, top of the mountain, so that make something like that. Anyway, A, B, C, D. That doesn't matter. Let's go. And more important is don't be afraid you make a mistake, failure. If it is challenging, it's okay. As a kind of program directors, I will accept such a kind of failures if you work so hard. If you are sleeping, okay, don't make it bad, okay? Just see, okay? This is a different story, okay? That's a thing here. So that's a kind of thing. So try to make a spin-off during the kind of time of research, or sometimes spin out, something like that. Make a private kind of business. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. However you like it, such a thing. So this is a kind of. So I'm a program director, PD. That's a I'm PD. Okay. Just in my case, for my intelligent robot, AI robot, I have over US dollar wise, $200 million US dollar for 5 years. So my job is just give money to go here, right? Okay, Eric some will give some money, okay? Fabio some, Fernando some, give them work, okay? Give them money, okay? Just my job is give her money, okay? So but watch how they do work, okay? That's my job, okay? So that's the kind of thing here, like a kind of thing. So actually, it's an easy job. You can just give money, okay? My friend, okay, they enjoy it, okay? Okay? So something like that. But at the end, they have to give a good result, achievement, okay? After 5 years. This moonshot program is 5 years, beginning phase 1. Phase 2 is 2026 to 2030, next 5 years. In total, 10 years. Okay? If good, continue. Next five years, phase 2. That's the thing, okay? So if you have such a 10-year project, nice. Okay? You're happy to do so, okay? If you just stopped 5 years, bad. Go do something else, okay? Something like that, So anyway, that's nice to do so. So that's the kind of moonshot program here, AI robot. It's okay. So actually, Japan, he knows everything about those things, okay? But anyway, just show you something. Moonshot program, for me, is a kind of such a, by 2050, robot can autonomously learn, adapt to the environment, involve itself in intelligence, and act with human being. Okay, something like that, okay? So it's like say, because there is a target 1, 2, 3. One is something like that, more like kind of robot working. And Hirata sensei, next one, speaker. He belongs to target 1. And target 2 to the 50, AI robot. AI robot become smarter, okay? So make work with human scientists, try to make a kind of solution, okay? Then target 3 is just for environment. If there's a disaster, I will come up here to help the people to do something like that. So AI basis is the same approach. Make an assumption, make a such a thing, act, and it's not good. Try it again, something like that. In such a sense, target 1 is an AI robot. It's just a target a human being. Target 2 is a kind of scientific or engineering problem. How to find a good solution, optimal solution, okay? Maybe the robot can be find a good material, something like that, or drug, or whatever it is. Then it will be nice, okay? That's great. You can, such a robot can be such a good robot, maybe can get a Nobel Prize with a human scientist, okay? So the number 3 is some target is environment. In a way, such a structure-wise, the same, but the target is different. Okay, next is here. So it's a moonshot here. So that's kind of here, kind of co-evolution and self-organization. That's important to do so. And important is anyway, way to go to the top of the mountain. There are many, many ways, but what I want is just next AI technology, next robot technology. That's what I want to change the game. Okay, that's important. So that's okay here. Maybe you can see, oh, robot, whoa, something like this robot. I don't think that this robot is really changing the world, but it's like one of the same example what we're doing in the program, just working something like that. Number 3 here. So here, this is one. Oops. Something like that, holding a people, soft reader like that, something like that. So kind of a soft, very kind to the kind of some people who need help, something like that. So it is something like that. So that's the kind of so many things here. So vision-wise, so first one is a project 1, is a kind of thing. There's so many things. 2050, what we want. That's kind of about work. With such a treatment wise, medical wise, nothing can care the people, or kind of say that home works here, or business wise, healthcare. There's many other housework, something like that. So maybe you can ask a robot to make up, say, some kind of food for you. this is but important. We have to make such a way to do. We cannot jump to the 50 technology. We need a kind of technology one by one to go stepwise, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. That's why we just kind of a milestone. Okay, so that's how we can do that. Okay, something like that to the 50, to the 1, level 1, solo autonomous. Level 2, routine autonomous. Level 3, corporate autonomous. Level 4, semi-autonomous. Level 5, fully autonomous, something like that. So maybe good, okay? Something like that. So that's what we really want to do so in this project. And I stop my talk. Maybe we can get more like a disaster-wise, okay? More like a disaster, what to do that, or scientists. Maybe everybody can be a good scientist with this robot. Okay? They tell you how to do that. You can actually they can today AI like kind of Fabio-san knows ChatGPT can solve your homework, okay? So like that. So like that here, maybe do some problems. Nice. That's good. So science robotics, solve the problem. Try to work together. Give us some assumption, but it may be not correct or not correct. They change it after the result, change the result, repeating the thing, but just minimum amount of trial and error, they try to find the solution. That's a kind of thing, AI, okay? That's a thing, okay? Something like that. So number of, so something like that kind of assumption-wise, make a circle of those things, okay? So anyway, there's a kind of, number 4 is, that's exactly Hirata sensei going to talk. I stop my talk. Thank you very much.
So thank you. As you saw, Professor Fukuda is at the top of the mountain already. But next I will ask you, Professor Hirata, that's in the bottom of the mountain. He is one of the managed directors. So thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm Yasuhisa Hirata from Tohoku University, Japan. So thank you very much for inviting me. So it's a great pleasure to introduce our research activity, the Moonshot project. So our title of the Moonshot project is Adaptable AI-enabled robot to create a vibrant societies. So before starting my introduction of the Moonshot project, this is a current research. So we are doing the research on new generation industrial robots, life innovation robot, or coordination of multiple robots, and so on. So in the Moonshot project, we focus on the life innovation robotics. So before introducing the Moonshot project, at first I'd like to introduce this interesting cycling wheelchair. So this is a pedal-driven wheelchair. So you may think that there are many elderly people, or hemiplegic people, or handicapped people cannot pedal because they have a disability in the lower extremities. So this is a video in the Tohoku University Hospital. So they are very hard to operate the normal wheelchair, or of course not walk. But if they ride the cycling wheelchair, so they can pedal. So this is a very surprising situation. So a medical doctor surprised this situation. And then we brought this system to the France because we have a collaboration research in France. So and he was a quadriplegic patient. So he cannot move the both hand or both legs, but he could pedal like this. And the lower part is the Parkinson's disease patient. So even if in the Parkinson's disease patient he can pedal like this. So from this video, so we found that cycling wheelchair is a great potential for improving the activity of the handicapped people or the elderly people and so on. So initially, medical doctor invented this cycling wheelchair for rehabilitation device. So as a result, the cycling wheelchairs are used in the hospital for rehabilitation. But some of them want to use this system for enjoy shopping or enjoy traveling and so on. And some of the people want to use this system as a sports activity device. So some of them join the marathon by using this cycling wheelchair. So I think this kind of system is very nice. So initially, many people think that if we have a disability, so they have a negative feeling, but by using this kind of technologies, so many people think that, oh, I can do it, or I can play the sports again, and so on. So this feeling is very important. So that's why we'd like to start a new project. So for example, we developed a new assistive device. So many people think that I can do it, or I may be to do something. And if we have a successful experience, so we convince that I can do it, and so on. And then we want to do new issues, new challenges, and so on. So based on this moonshot research and development program, so our proposal was accepted based on the goal 3, as explained Professor Fukuda. So, and in this presentation, so in this project, we'd like to develop the AI robots. For example, if the AI robot is assisting me, I can do, or I want to do, blah, blah, blah. So in the Moonshot project, so we have to envision the future society in 2050. So we'd like to propose a smarter, inclusive society. So in this society, AI robots are present whenever they are needed, like a shared bicycle or like an eyeglass. So, and AI robots can be used freely by anyone, anytime, and anywhere. So, and AI robots share experiences with users and provide life-enhancing assistance depending on the purpose, from the childhood to the elderly. So to achieve this smarter, inclusive society for all in 2050, so at first by 2040, so AI robots will be installed in home and public facilities to support people who need assistance and support. And by 2030, we aim to innovate support in nursing care facilities, home, and realize community-based support with AI robots. So that's why, so until the 2030, we'd like to develop the new assistive robot system for supporting the elderly people or handicapped people. So for realizing this vision of the society of the 2050, we consider the 3 types of research. So first one is the many types of AI robots will be used in many places as a part of the infrastructure of the society. And AI robot will provide not only physical support, but also support based on the subjective feeling to improve the person's motivation or self-efficacy. And AI robots will freely transform themselves into appropriate support home to adapt the person's physics, user's disabilities, and other factors. So for realizing these kind of topics, we'd like to consist of the 3 groups by the researchers. And the first one is robot hardware development, and the second one is human-robot co-evolution AI, and the third one is social implementation AI. So today we don't have enough time to introduce all of them, so we introduce the hardware part of the robot system. But anyway, I'm a project manager, and there are so many researchers from Japan's institute and the university and so on. But recently, the one researcher from the ETH Zurich joined our project. So this is a very international project, so that if we have a chance to collaborate with you, so we can do something. So at first, I'd like to introduce the hardware part. So this is a new concept of the robot system. So this is a robotic nimbus. So I think you may know about the Dragon Ball manga. So there is a flying nimbus, in Japanese, kintoun. So this is a flying vehicle. So unfortunately, Akira Toriyama, the comic artist, was passed away recently. But so he produced this kind of flying nimbus. So flying nimbus is a very nice vehicle. So from this concept, we consider the new concept of the robot called robotic nimbus. So robotic nimbus is a kind of robot like a cloud. So cloud can freely deform and change the shape of the robot system. So and like flying nimbus, so it come when you need it, and it can be moved according on the user's will and expand of the user's ability. So we'd like to develop this kind of robot system. So now we are developing the several kinds of robot system. So as Professor Fukuda explained, so this is a Nimbus holder. So the Nimbus holder holds a human. So this is a kind of soft robotics. But soft robotics is a very, very soft, but we can change the hardness or softness of this system. So sometimes the robot system have to keep the weight of the human being so that we can change the stiffness of the robot system. Or Nimbus limb is an expandable robot system. So based on the height of the human being, we can change the length of the robot system and so on. So lower part is a Nimbus wear. So this is a sensing wear and assistance wears and so on. So we consider the several stories. So from the so for example, in the morning, so the user wake up from the bed, and then the user will go to the another places for wearing the clothes or eating or toileting or go shopping and so on. So in any places we'd like to use this kind of robot system. So today I would like to stop this presentation, but we have many research. For example, this is a virtual reality system. This is another virtual reality system, and we'd like to develop the other social implementation AI. And in this case, we'd like to analyze the human performance. So by using the several cameras, we recognize the human's motion, and then we categorize the human's ability. And then based on this kind of simulation or analysis, we decide which robot should be used for this person or for another person and so on. So, and we'd like to connect the many robot systems and the sensor systems through the internet, and then we'd like to realize a collaboration with the multiple robot system. So in this video, we can control the many robot system and bed system and so on. So by say something to the smart speaker, for example, so please bring the water to me. So in this case, the robot is coming to me with a pet bottle of the water and so on. Okay, and recently we are developing the. Okay, I will skip the. So recently we are doing this kind of dance robot system. So we'd like to realize a smarter inclusive dance. So many elderly people or handicapped people join this event, and we attach the sensor system to the upper part of the body, and the human is moving like this, and then we can, the robot system can move. The wheelchair system or standing up robot system can move like this. So, and based on the collaboration with the dancer, musician, or researcher, or therapist, so we can realize this kind of event. So, of course, by using the Nimbus technology, we can support the human's activity like a dance. Okay, that's it. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you. So, Professor Zaven, I forgot to say that he's the creator of the exhibition, the coexistence exhibition there in the Japan House. So maybe you could tell us about the importance of this type of project and do you know other project, world project that are similar to this project?
Yes, thank you for the invitation, and we invite everybody to see the exhibition at the Japan House. The privilege to show this exhibition is because we can speak about the present. This presentation was part about the future, and we can I can explain a few things about the past of robots through the history of robotics, and especially I'm quite astonished how my colleagues are so refreshing. So there's a lot of oxygen and a lot of freedom in Japanese research, and it means that there's a background completely different. We are talking about a project in 2050, but we're in 2024, and nearly 20 years ago, Japan had a similar project. And there was just 5 goals, and it was very precise. The first goal was about mobility. The second goal was about isolated people. The third one was about dementia. The fourth one was about to help people that help people. And the fifth one was about gestion of excrement. It was very precise. It was linked to the population getting older. And what is interesting today with the presentation of Professor Hirata when he's speaking about Dragon Ball Cloud, it's at this time it was more Doraemon Pocket. So robots was more about to bring out for a gadget from your pocket, and now it's a matter of not just a cloud, but about a co-evolution. It's completely different vision, and we are very lucky to have the opportunity to share this projection of the future, and it's make our thinking how our culture are different, because we are mostly living all the time in the present, and Japan has this capacity to project the society in the future. There's different issues. It's an island. They don't have so much resource as we have here. They have an older population. But it's quite interesting, and I come with the idea of the exhibition, and if you go to see the exhibition, there's just 11 robots, but it's maybe the only exhibition about robotics that all the robots exist. They are not robots who come from our laboratories or not coming from museum. They are not retired robots. They are not just projects. They are robots that are on sale in Japan. So I think it's quite interesting because it's a really little window when we can have the opportunities to see such robot. And the robot that Professor Fukuda and Professor Hirata are projecting, maybe we will not see them, but it's create a very important dynamic for research, and the application will not be not only about robotic. We will not we will not know more about robotic, but through this experience, I think every human being will have a benefit, and we will know more about ourselves.
Thank you. So I have several questions, but I would like to see if someone in the audience would like to pose a question. You can pose a question in Portuguese, and Ana will translate to them. So, Fábio.
So thank you for the very nice presentations. I actually have several questions also, but let me try to be concise. I'd like to have a more technical question to Professor Hirata. So now in artificial intelligence, we have all these language models, GPT, like Professor Fukuda. How do you see that affecting your robots as they interact with people? Do you see that language models are really the future? Are you exploring them within your systems? So this is a more technical question, but I also have a more sort of social question, which is, your projects are looking at society, I guess, looking at helping society. And I saw many lines of research mentioned by Professor Fukuda that try to make people happy, try to make people dance samba, and so on. So how is the Japanese society receiving robotics and artificial intelligence? Are people discussing risks? Are they afraid? Are they fighting against, or are they accepting, very happy to have robots dance? How is that going on?
Okay, so thank you very much for your question. So initially about the ChatGPT or large language model. So when we started this Moonshot project, I didn't know about the ChatGPT in detail. But after starting this Moonshot project, we found that ChatGPT is a very strong tool for understanding the or for analyzing something. So now, of course. So apart from this Moonshot project, we are now developing the several robot systems by using the large language model. So finally, we'd like to develop the robot system which can be used by everyone. So sometimes when we utilize the robot system in factory, so the factory's worker don't know about the robot system or how to program or how to operate the robot system. So that's why, so by using the ChatGPT or large language model, so we are now making the communication system so that people say something very simply, so the large language model answer the some other questions, and then we conversate the several times, and the robot understand the meaning of what the worker want to do. And after that, the ChatGPT, our large language model, make a program of the robot system. So now we are doing this kind of, we are developing this kind of robot system. So finally, we'd like to implement this kind of model to the Moonshot project and so on. And another point is the social acceptance of the robot system. So I think fortunately in Japan, there is a lot of robot animation. And so Zaven explained that there is a Doraemon. So this is a very friendly robot system, or Astro Boy, Tetsuan Atom. So many Japanese animation, the robot is very friendly. So that's why. So many Japanese people think that we can accept the many robot system. But honestly speaking, so when we bring our robot system or AI system or intelligence system to the care facilities, for example, so especially elderly people don't like to use this kind of high technologies, or caregiver don't like to use. So there is a conventional method. So we don't like to change this kind of method. So that's why now we have a lot of discussion with the other expert. So for example, we have a lot of discussion with a therapist. So, and then initially therapists don't know about the robot system or other intelligent system or AI system. But after a lot of discussion, so therapists understand this technology is very easy to use, for example. And of course, the engineer can understand the needs in the care facilities and so on. So I think the mutual understanding is very important to accelerate the implementation of the technology in the societies. So now that's why we now doing the research on dance support robot system. So many experts can join this event, and many experts found a new technology or new direction of the research in their fields, their own field. So that's why we are doing the research. Yeah.
Questions? Okay.
Professor Hirata-san, thank you for your presentation. One of the applications you have presented shows a wheelchair with many movements back and forth and etc. helping people. So this is kind of a distributed computing system with many, for example, motor controls, so that those movements can be implemented. And then later on you have mentioned about ChatGPT, in a certain way, a large language model. So can you please elaborate on the challenges you might have already faced on implementing large language models on an offline distributed system with small computers? Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is a big challenge, I think. So I'm not I'm not expert of the AI system or large language model. So it's a little bit difficult. So in the current stage, I use the large language model as a tool. But I think the I think the growing of this technology is very fast. So that and then now we are a lot of. So I think 2 years ago we didn't know about this kind of technology, and then we cannot imagine how to implement this kind of ChatGPT or large language model to the robot system. But only 2 years we can understand we can utilize this tool. So maybe 2 years later, so we can integrate all of the system. So and now we are doing the research on the middleware system of the robot system, where we can connect the several robot systems and sensor system or other interface and so on. So if we can connect all of the system by using the robot operating system, so we call this robot operating system as ROS. So and then we'd like to propose the ROS healthcare. So recently there is a lot of computer or a lot of sensors and so on, but we can connect this kind of robot, this kind of sensors to the robot operating system, and then we can integrate all of the technology to realize several tasks. So that's why. So I cannot say, so this is not a correct answer for your question, but now we are doing this kind of this research. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. I would like to take a ride at Fabio's question and ask Professor Fukuda, how do you see these advances going to the medicine? I mean, would we have some medical robots in the future?
Oh, medical robot. Okay. Sound good. Medical robot, I might do myself. I worked about medical robotics and also simulators, particularly endoscope, such a kind of intervention operation. For example, you have something here, problem, or you have some problem here in the kind of heart. So I stuck there, and I use you can use such a minimal invasive surgery system, which we have created those things on simulator too. That's the kind of thing. It is a kind of thing. There is already something like that. But what I want to do here is more like a robot to do that. Okay. In my case, in this case, medical doctor. I help the medical doctor to make such a kind of operation. Okay. So because of minimum invasive surgery, if you have something choke up here or you have burn here, within 4 hours, we can save your health, your life. Okay, that's okay. We can do that. If you have something here, if you have something stuck in the kind of hurt, we can give us such a kind of bypass. Instead of bypass surgery, we can give us some kind of stent kind of surgery. Just we can do that. Okay. On the day, you can go back home, okay? Instead of open surgery. That's a way that did already done, okay? That's no problem about it. Da Vinci, now you can help also here, do that. Da Vinci, now also this is different, this is kind of surgery, but anyway, this is a kind sort of a kind of minimum invasive surgery, okay? So in this case, the Da Vinci case, what do that? Medical doctor works, okay? So that's I don't like that. I like a robot do that. But, so that's why we are doing such a research work. But so level 1 is a medical doctor. Level 2 is can the robot do something like that. Level 3 more like can autonomous do that. Level 4 is good. Level 5 okay. In space, something like that. When you're kind of on the way somewhere in the space, you might have power problem, okay? Then the robot do that by themselves, something like that, instead of teleoperation, okay? Something like that. This is kind of level 5, okay? That's a kind of thing, okay? But we can do something like that, okay? Medical way. So this is such a, but this is not in my program. It is my own research work, okay? This is this moonshot is just kind of governmental research work. I have my own, okay? So that's a research work. That's a different story. That's a kind of interesting kind of question. But here, this is more like not. I don't touch the more like such a thing because it is my research work.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentations, all the participants. It was very interesting. And I have a question about collaboration, international collaboration. As we know that there are plenty of collaboration possible, I think, technically, but what about financing? Is there any possibilities? You were mentioning that there is a professor, there is a professor laboratory from Switzerland, from ETH Agassiz, who is entering the Moonshot program. How can here in Brazil pretend to join somehow?
Yeah, of course, we have we'd like to have a lot of collaboration research. So I think the Professor Fukuda encouraged this kind of collaboration. So for starting this international collaboration, at first we have a lot of discussion. So and we need a lack part of this our project. For example, we solve this part, so Brazilian researcher can solve this part. So in this case, we can, so the Brazilian researcher can join this part, I think. But for understanding this kind of technology or this kind of the black part or something like this, so we have to have, so initially, so for example, we started the exchange with students or exchange researchers and so on. And after that, we can realize a mutual understanding. And after that, we can propose the new research topic to Fukuda sensei. And if the Fukuda sensei can accept, we can start the collaboration research, I think. So what do you think?
Actually, today, thank you, Eric. Thank you very much for asking such important kind of issues about international collaboration, cooperation, which I really forcing. Okay, so today we have a kind of one kind of project cooperation by him, such as with ETH, Switzerland. Another one is here in England. Another one also. Another one. Australia, one, so Singapore, so there are 4 or 5, okay, so far, there are something like that. But so far, I don't have such a kind of real cooperation with Brazilian people. I have Andre Fujita from here. Andre Fujita, here, from here, University of São Paulo. He is now in Japan, and I encourage him to come over here. So I encourage him, invited him a couple of times to Japan, to Nagoya University, and also can so introduce him to other projects in Japan, like some kind of first one, not his one, other one. He visited many things. Then he is now in Japan. Andre Fujita from here, okay? São Paulo University, okay? He's here and in Kyushu University. And I'm happy. He's working, he's happy. He's going to stay 2 years in Japan, okay? That's nice. And welcome many people from here, okay, or from Brazil, or wherever it is. I don't care any kind of those things, okay? I don't care any race, kind of sex, organ, religion, doesn't care, okay? I just kind of people who really want to do that, okay? Because the kind of time lapse, only 2 years left, so that's like, please join quickly. So to the 25. Next one, for phase 1. Phase 2 is a different story, okay? Next 5 years, 2026 to 2030. 5 years, but who knows, there's some project continue, okay? Not everything go, okay? That's why. So better to do so. Some of you interested in such a space, come over to me, okay? So we are going to moon, okay? Our robot is now on the moon, okay? That's a kind of, just 2 months ago, it landed on the surface of the moon. There's some small robot there, okay? So if you're interested in such a robot on the moon here, we are going to launch more robot over there. That's okay, do that, okay? That's so let's try to make those things, okay? If you're interested in more like a human related person, want to like you go over there, okay? It's nice. He's at work, okay? Anyway, give us any kind of a question, and you might be join us, okay? First one, if you're interested, just come over 3 months in summertime to see. Raise a hand, okay? Because the lack of time, okay, you know, we have only less than 2 years, okay? Be quick, okay? Move so fast, okay? Otherwise, time's up during my PD period of time, okay? So that's why please come to join the program within the time when I have a power as a PD and the money too. It's a reality, okay? Eric says, okay? Some of you like kind of to some you okay? He knows my lab, okay? So Nagoya, like my vacation robot, pure monkey robot, okay? Sing branch to branch, something like that, okay? He knows those things here, and Fabio, I like your comment about such a kind of AI thing here, and also that's a kind of large language model is common for everybody. I try to be customize those things to everyone using also such a kind of sensible kind of sensor technology embedded such a large language model. Such a kind of AI should be tangible to the kind of human, okay? So make us something like that. That's I want to do so. Okay, that's if you like it, you can send your research scientist to me. Okay, that's interesting. Of course, you can do it. You can come to see her, but really, I like young people. Okay, yeah, because that's a kind of young people. I mean, in spirit. Okay. Spirit, okay? I'm already old, physically old, but I'm young, okay? Very young in the spirit-wise, okay? For example, like a kind of Dragon Ball, Toriyama, he is from my Nagoya. Doraemon is also from my hometown, from Toyama, okay? He's also, all the people that are rating me, okay? Anyway, I like those kind of crazy idea, okay? Even you have a crazy idea, maybe it's not first to make realize, try this one. If you can make it, I don't care. The to go next step, okay? That's why I tolerate such a failures. Thank you very much.
You heard the man. And even you guys, very young guys, from that's finishing graduation, go there.
You know the Andre Fujita, here. He's a professor here, right?
Yeah. He's stealing my colleague.
Sorry. He's so excellent.
Just kidding. So any questions?
Hello. Okay. So I have a question about the difference of the view from United States, America, that it's more to use robots for profit, and sometimes it's really linked to money. And the view from Japan that I ever see in your presentations, that it's AI for good, or robots for good, use it for cooperation with humans, that it's very important. I appreciate a lot this kind of view, the different oriental view of the robotics. And I think one interesting thing is that to make robots to interact, to be social, to cooperate with humans, you need some humanitarian or human view of the robotics. You need to have tutors to teach robots. So you need an interdisciplinary view of this. And my question is to Zaven, that I know has a vision, more interdisciplinary vision of the robotics, the importance of that to develop social robots, cooperative robots, and also Professor Hirata, the way you work and the way people from Japan see this kind of interaction and the mixture from human science and engineering science, and how this is important to go to the next step, thinking in robots for good.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, there's a difference between what's happening in the Occident and in Japan, especially as you speak about the United States. When we are doing robotics in the States, it's about the present, it's about money, it has to be a product, and it's very strange that we discover from a country that it's exclusively projecting the future, that there's more humanism point of view. And it's a very special moment that we are really switching from industrial robotics and to social robotics. And it's on purpose that it's happening in Japan, because they are struggling really, literally in matter of demography. So there's really a big issue, and the number about demography, we have projection. We have the same happening in Brazil in the 15 next year, and we don't speak about it. It's very strange, because we will be in exactly the same problematic. I'm foreigner, I'm not an immigrant in Brazil, but there's not a politic of immigration in Brazil. There's not a politic of immigration in Japan. It's why they are thinking so much about to develop helpers as a tool, as a robotic device. So we are very different country, but we will face the same demographic problem very soon. So it's very refreshing, I said already, to listen to this presentation, because it put us in different way to think in a dynamic. We need more engineer. We need more people encountered by technology, and it's very strange because mostly when we speak in the Occident about robotics, the first question in engineering school is about drone, it's about war, it's about bad stuff, or simply people are afraid about robots. And through the presence of our two colleagues and through the exhibition, it's just to de-dramatize what is technology in the future. It's it can be for the good. It's not it can look very utopic to speak about that because the half of the planet don't have electricity, so we don't have to forget this. But in a way, this is nivelament para cima. The robotic is a project of society which is very important because I don't know how to translate the nivelament para cima of our education, nivelament para cima of our aspiration as a society. So I think it's very big privilege to have this moment of conversation. Maybe if it's just a dream for in Brazil, but to realize how it's can be a reality, or how colleagues speak about it in a very convinced way, I think it's very important to hear such exchange.
Actually, so in my opinion, so there is a, so in my definition of the robot, so robot consists of the actuator, sensor, and controllers. So that's why, so I think that many system is a robot system. So for example, washing machine is the robot system. So for example, washing machine is moving based on the sensory information by using the controller. So, and we can accept this washing machine. So that most of the robot technology is implement the many kinds of system. And in Japan, Japanese culture, so we have a lot of gods. So we think that there is a system, or for example, this is a chair, but this chair has a goat or something like this. So we can have this kind of cultures, so that we can personalize. So we can consider the personalization of the several systems, and then we can accept this kind of issues. So that's why Japanese people can accept the many technologies and so on. But sometimes there is a dual use. Sometimes, for example, the drone system is utilized delivering some products, but of course the drone bring the bomb, so this is another issue. So this is the humanitarian problem. So that we have to. So now in the Moonshot project, we are discussing this kind of ethical issue or legal issue and social issue and so on. So sometimes, so now in the presentation, we utilize the many robot system, but sometimes when we utilize the many robot system, so we cannot convince the this robot system or another robot system and so on. So that so we have a lot of discussion with ethical researchers how to accept the this kind of robot system, or how to consent, or how to do the informed consent for many robot systems and so on. So that now we are a lot of discussion with the many kinds of researchers. So this is very important for implement the robot technology to the society, I think.
Thank you. I have the sad task of ending this presentation, this talk. I would like to invite you to watch Professor Fukuda's lecture tomorrow at the Japan House. I would also would like to thank. Oh, here, and yeah, this is a presentation that will happen there at the Japan House, and it will be also available in the YouTube. Yesterday we were told that the exhibition will go to May. That's great because it's a very nice exhibition. If you didn't go there, please go. It's very nice. And so I would like to thank Japan House.
Before closing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just take this opportunity because you look at people from some University of São Paulo, look at very intelligent people. I'd like to invite those people to join the program. Particularly, I have one thing I have in mind. Okay, so is there anybody who are interested in joining me to such a research? To such a kind of a robot which has a kind of ethical mind. That's the kind I like those things. I'm inviting somebody from Edinburgh, from UK. Also, the lady is interested in those things. But I need somebody, one or two more, join me to such a kind of ethical kind of robotics. We are educated. From baby to the university, we have to respect the people here, don't kill people, okay? Something like that. We had education, okay? But I don't know, we need such a kind of a good robot which never kill people, something like that. But so software just. We had education, 18 years before university, also like that. But how we can make kind of education a robot, okay? Unfortunately, robot just put software, changes something. There's changing something that I need such a kind of some kind of AI or a robot, a hardware system, whatever it is. That's a kind of never changed. Such a kind of bad guy, okay? Someone like I need some people who are in Brazil, okay? Who are interested in those things, can let me know. Just a kind of a colorful person, colorful scientist in that field, okay? That's like I like the thing, okay? Thank you. Before closing, thank you. Take a time, okay? Thank you.
Sorry. So yeah, so it was an honor to have you guys here in the name of the university, in the name of the C4AI. Thank you very much for you all. Thank you.
Everybody's invited. There is coffee. There is a coffee.
Oh yeah.